There are a vast majority of people who at some point in their life will have some kind of lived experience associated with trauma. And one of the great things about lived experiences, it teaches you about compassion.
Half the battle of being a therapist is staying in touch with your own personal stuff and to be honest about our own experiences.
As someone who has actually experienced quite a great deal of trauma in my own life, and as a consumer of mental health services myself, that has been, for me, a real gift. And what I've learned is that we need to stop asking people what's wrong with them and start asking people what happened to them.
Going back to how we may have approached it before, the mental health delivery system started to identify issues and concerns as problems, much like the medical model in a lot of ways on the physical health side. And the treatment was very much connected with those problems.
But if we only do that and we don't actually go out into the broader community, then we're in a position where we help them and we put them back out into a place that re-injures them.
We realize there's a contextual piece to this. You just look around our community and we know that poverty exists. We know that there are issues with homelessness, that we have problems around equity, inclusion, access to services.
Because when we do that, we've completely changed the narrative. And then we have a chance to say, there's nothing wrong with you. You don't have something wrong with you. You've had a set of experiences that are creating an effect for you, physical and emotional. And to think that we can somehow work on that without looking at the cultural conditions that surround people is crazy. Sanctuary is sort of another word for safety, another word for a place where no further harm can come to me. And that is really, for me, what Sanctuary is about.
When children or families are feeling supported and safe and secure, that's when we see them thrive and really succeed as individuals.
Sanctuary is not an individual intervention. It's an organizational intervention that says our systems and structures and policies actually need to operate with a commitment toward these principles.
And we're now thinking broadly about really what are the social determinants that are impacting a person.
To have that understanding, I think, has contributed to the ability to empathize and really join with someone in a way that maybe they haven't experienced before.
And so it's no longer just about the problem identification, it's about what supports might you need. Trillium and programs like Trillium are now working together to really create a better impact for kids and families across a variety of spheres.
That process requires lots of different people to come to the table. People who are working in juvenile justice, in education, in public policy.
And we're looking at investors to help us really create change in Oregon.
There's something that we can all do. We all have a role. If you have the means, you can donate. If you have an open door and an open heart, you can become a mentor. If you want to volunteer, there are endless opportunities to volunteer. There's something that we can all do.
We believe that we can have an impact on poverty. We believe that we can have an impact on the quality of education. Those are really strong returns on investment.
Because I know that we have that power, I want to be involved. And I think it's the responsibility of anybody living in any community to be a part of that change.